also build muscle and stuff. Because I also have been trying to get them to do exercise pretty consistently and stuff. I got a new gloves. Yeah. Okay, so we found new gloves. The old ones are basically just holes. They just made her hand look like they were dirty. Also, like, I don't know about you, but it wouldn't kill her to, like, cover her mouth. I was gonna jokingly say something about how, you know, the infection and stuff spread in this game, but I actually haven't sat down and, like, watched anything yet to, like, really learn about it. I will eventually. I am curious enough to do that, but I kind of, like, want to sort of form my own opinion if I can. These have got some, like, wind resistance. Just throw those on and see if they improve anything. They should, sort of a little bit. Yeah, they kind of went up a little bit. She's got, like, good, she's got shit protection. I kind of was using the concept of warmth, and I'm guessing that her shirt must have holes in it, but it's not saying that she's, like, cold or anything. So let's chuck the shitty clothes back in here. And let's see what kind of a shirt you got, because a lot of these got holes in them. There is insulation. That is some poor insulation, poor wind resistance. She has a lot of shirts. That one's still good. The tank top could probably swap over. If I could figure out what sort of slot this one goes in. I'd imagine even just a t-shirt would swap that, but she's already got, like, a long sleeve shirt on. Have you tried trailing it all yet? Nah, I haven't. I did get one person that had some skills in tailoring, and I think that's how I got some thread. But I haven't really got, like, much else in that case. Plus, every time I die, I get, like, basically a fresh, like, outfit and stuff. And I have raided a couple of, like, clothing stores and stuff. I'll see if she can wear that. I know, it's going to replace long sleeve. Alright, it actually tells me. Cool, I'll find something in here to replace it. But, yeah, it's kind of... There's a lot of things I haven't done yet. Like, basically, I'm not interested in doing any of the animal husbandry stuff. I have done very little, like, butchering. I haven't done any hunting, trapping. I haven't done any masonry stuff, blacksmithing. I haven't really done any building. I've moved some stuff. I've tried to get carpentry skills. I've had the worst time trying to get fucking carpentry skills. Because, holy shit, I've had, like, a couple of people where they have no skills, but I don't have the equipment to learn the skills. And, yeah, we went through this whole stage where I got up to a point where we almost had carpentry skills, and then my person died. So, yeah, that was amazing. I wonder if she can wear that on top of anything. It just does hoodie. Okay, I think she's got, like, the best that she can have for clothing at the moment. Hold on, I want to keep an eye on that one while we go outside. Alright, back to cutting trees. Her cold is gone. I might just have to pay more attention to if she's sneezing or cold, I guess, before she gets too cold. I've also still got a tree branch on me. I want you to unequip the pen, please. There's a healthy meal of butter, brown sugar, dog food, and some tinned carrots. Sounds like what I feed her. I'll also put the cans outside too. I did want to put the sticks in here. The stick that I've got on me. Not wood, yeah, that one. There we go. Because I don't have a lot of room in here, but I do have a second thing that I could put it in. But, and most of the wood, yeah, it's got a slight wind chill. Most of the wood that I'm out here to get, that's not what I wanted to do, but you know what? It works. It's fine. Yeah, most of what I'm out here to, like, chop down and stuff, it's not really for the purpose of, like, supplies. It's much more for just being able to get around. I think this thing is parked on a tree from memory. I don't know if that stunts the tree or if the tree grows through it like a bamboo shoot. We were testing that theory. I think that's what that is. But yeah, there is this one little tree over here I'll get rid of as well. I also have like my dead pile of stuff. I also store all my rotted stuff in the plonkies thing because you gotta put trash somewhere, right? Leveling the skills takes so long. Kindling all the skill books takes even longer. Yeah, well, I have like sat down and had to like read all the books and shit before, but normally whenever we do that, she will die. Like I normally get her all the books and give her all the opportunity to go out and like learn the stuff, and then I just end up dying. So I've kind of like, I don't know if she's read anything. No, we haven't made her read anything. So whatever she's got skill wise, it's whatever she's got. Like I don't think I've built up any strength or anything like that. But yeah, I wasn't too worried about that with this character because it's more about getting some shit done with her. Because she's just getting somebody that doesn't require a lot of food is just really, really useful in this sense. Like I can kind of leave her around home. Whereas the ones when I get like somebody that's like always hungry, I usually immediately just try to leave home and go on an adventure and stuff. Definitely takes ages if you don't make your own characters. I really don't mind having the random characters though, because I'm still really new to Project Zomboid, right? Like I started playing right before last Christmas, but in saying that, like I've only played like once a week, every week for like much of this year and stuff. Like there might be a day or two where it's like 8 hours instead of 4, or like I might have had like 2 streams that week or something, you know. So oh my god, move out of the way. So I really haven't had like too many games of Project Zomboid, probably not even 50 yet. So yeah, it kind of takes a while to kind of learn all this shit. And because like I'm not following any information or anything like that. Like the first couple of streams I definitely had like everybody was helping and it was great. But a lot of it's just like figuring this shit out as I go and bubbling through it, which has been pretty fun. Especially like I don't really have like this kind of like theory with games. It's like there's just a finite amount of time that you have until you know the game. And with Project Zomboid, as far as I can tell, it's one map. So once I basically memorize this whole map, which I will do eventually, I'll basically know where all the locations are, where all the, like, important shit is, and all that sort of stuff, right? Like, I know that the stuff inside a lot of this is, to some degree, like, a little bit randomized and stuff, but, like, I think the buildings and shit don't, like, change locations within where they are in the towns and stuff. In that sense, I kind of feel like it's a little bit like 7 Days to Die, where eventually I'll just know it all kind of thing. So I kind of like the fact that this is taking a lot longer to learn, you know, like random, how you find the skills you love. But then you also end up being chased by a horde. Oh yeah, so I think the third last person, hold on. Who was my last ones? We had, no, the last life. This was the last life that I've had for 2 streams. Okay, that's okay. I was going to say the previous life that I had, I think we got Death. I kept rolling Death. Every time I randomized what her stats were, it kept coming up with Death as an option. And I'm like, okay, you know what? I haven't done it since I started, like back when electricity was still in the game. And I found out very, very early on in the game that if your character is fully deaf, they can't hear the fucking security alarms. And I got absolutely like raided by so many zombies and stuff. So yeah, I didn't have that for ages. The longest character I think I've had was the Hard of Hearing. I did really like her, but I didn't know that these cars were idling. I didn't know that you had to turn them off when you got out of them. So I wasted all of my, I think I've got like 7 cars of fuel. I filled them all up and they all sat there and idled out to empty. So yeah, that was something. But yeah, I liked her with like the Hard of Hearings. The only thing was like everything was kind of a bit muted kind of thing, which isn't really a bad thing. I sort of don't mind that. I did find that like even the music felt like it was kind of muted and stuff. I don't like when it's deaf and you've got like no sound at all because it's just dead silence and it's a very heavy weight kind of thing to hear. It's just absolute silence, which is funny because like in reality I quite like absolute silence. It's wonderful. Once you learn the BAP, definitely loses some of the magic. I agree with that. The only skills I felt was unplayable was literate. That was just so bad. I have had that as well. I had that really early on too, and I didn't like it because I had all the books, but I still had the TV at that point, so it didn't matter as much. And I was so new to the game that I kind of died anyway, because it took me like 3 to 5 lives or something to figure out how to fight the zombies. That took me a bit. I have a bit more on my coffee. Hold on. It's a good coffee. I can fuck up a coffee real easy. Anyway, let's go across the road. I might just bring the car over. And, what? No, put the fucking flashlight back, love. I swear, this fucking little light, she's always trying to get out. Anyway, yeah, I'll drive us over the road and I'll start filling the car up with wood and shit. Like I said, like I will use the wood resources. It's just that like I don't super need them, you know? This is almost empty too, but there is fuel in the driveway, so that's fine. I hope that you can turn around. There we go. See, this is why I wanted this cut down. I might have to chop those out. Now over here, might have to go up a little bit. I do want to cut down a couple of trees there, but let's leave you here for a second. Let's turn this off and hop out. This area through here is what I'm trying to clear out. At least the car's width to take a car through here. So yeah, I'm gonna cut down like quite a lot of stuff. I need to know if I can remove that, I guess. I haven't. Oh, okay. Yeah, you can remove bushes. How weird. Hey, Tarantula, how you been? Nice to see you streaming again. Yeah, I had a couple of weeks off. I had a little holiday. I actually spent like a good amount of time rigging my avatar and stuff during that time, which was good. I don't think I can fell these big trees, but that's okay. There's a lot of like little stuff around I can definitely work on. I do like the fact that like my area where I've kind of like set up house is kind of, you know, void of zombies for the most part. Also, you have an axe, love. Why can't I cut down the tree? Yeah, there we go. Cut down a tree. Oh, I can cut them down. It was just maybe glitching out. I also found that like on 42 I have a few things that like kind of bug a little bit. But that's okay. I just got to keep track of if she gets too cold and shit again. And she's got gloves this time and better boots. So, be better. But yeah, pretty much the only kind of... I probably wouldn't play deaf in this. Illiterate, I don't think I'd want. I know you can do a lot of skills by like learning them and stuff. I think they're like the main two I don't want. There's also, I think it's coward. I think that they panic when a zombie fights them and stuff, so she doesn't like immediately go to fight. I hate that one. I got dead that one so many times. Maybe build a fire. So, Nathan, I built a fire once. let me show you where that was on the map. So I built a fire, and as you can see, it didn't go so well. So I'm not going to build a fire again unless I like really extremely need to. I found a turkey farm and I was like, oh sweet, food. Let me cook up a turkey. And so I went around and I scavenged this whole area for like wood and some stones and shit, which was stupidly hard to find. And I'm like, oh, I finally got enough stuff, and I made the fire. And then I couldn't figure out how to fucking cook the turkey. So I thought I had to go inside to get a pot to put on it. And, yeah, no, that's not what happened. Jeez. Bubba, how the fuck are you, man? Feels like it's been a while. Yeah, no, I ended up setting my person on fire because I thought that the fire would be solid, and I ran to it and I ran through it and I set my person on fire, and luckily I didn't lose any of the shit on her, and my car was parked right beside it, so I didn't lose that. Very, very lucky. And I had to like go back to get my car back, but like I also had to go back to get my shit back. I think her axe just broke. I also don't think I need grass with me, but I had another saw. I thought I brought a saw with me. Can I cut it down with a saw? Maybe not. That's fine. We'll do what we can with these. But anyway, yeah, I had a misadventure with that particular fire, so we're not doing that again. What if we burn the trees instead of chop them? To keep you warm might do it faster. Now, I've heard that, like, the, what do you call it? Like, fires burn out of control, like, really quickly and easily. I'm gonna walk this back to the house because it's a little bit closer than there. What are you up to, Snipe? What have you been doing? I assume that you've been grinding War Thunder with Killon, if not on your own. That's what I assume, because there's some kind of War Thunder event going on. But, yeah, I'm gonna have to see, because that was my only hatchet. I went on such a journey to get that fucking hatchet. I'm good, how are you? I'm alright, Bubba. I've, been doing alright. I had like a good couple of weeks off. Spent some time being super productive, rigging my avatar. I spent some time resting. There was a lot of like really bad storms during that time, so it was kind of like a bit of a tense time, but everything's fine. And I feel like really good after having my break. And then there's like, I think only 6 more weeks of streams this year. And then I'm on holidays again for Christmas and shit. So, yeah. I kind of got this year sorted, which is kind of nice. I feel a lot more prepared for the end of this year than I did last year. Because for anybody that's like new in and doesn't know, usually around like the end of the year, I'll put together a best of acrylic video and shit, which is like a collection of like the various clips and shit that like you guys have like clipped throughout the year and stuff and stream, and I'll compile it up and put it on like YouTube and shit. And yeah, it takes like a pretty hefty amount of time to do sort of thing, and I've got like extra time allocated and stuff this year, which is kind of nice. I do want to put this, I might as well saw the logs because then I'll be able to put it in the thing. But it's also nighttime again and she's not sick, so we'll see. Well, Killon was such a great help for the other event, but I've been busy with the squadron event, so mostly solo grind. But I've also been taking a break from War Thunder. Okay, that's fair. I was wondering about that because I'm like, I'm pretty sure Killon was in some like squad thing. They're like in here earlier, and I assume that they've lurked to like grind out like the last couple of days, and then I think the event's over or whatever. But yeah, I was also just like consciously aware of the fact that like the room is progressively getting warmer, and like actual IRL room here is getting hotter, and I'm like, I should probably turn down my heater. So I'll do that in just a second. I just want to see if we can put a couple of planks in here. You put the planks in there, and I'm just going to turn down my heater just a tiny bit because it's cold tonight, but apparently it's not that fucking cold, or it's just warmed up a lot in here. we go. It's freezing as shit out. Yeah, basically. Well, it's been like storming earlier tonight, right? So yeah, I kind of put the heater on before I started tonight, because I'm like, well, obviously it's going to be like a really cold one, but the cloud cover might just be enough to prevent it from being super, super cold. Now, I can't remember where I put the handles. I think I put that in with the equipment. It's materials weapon. I have 2 containers for weapons, so they're the tools. That's all the kitchen shit. I do have another axe. Kind of didn't want to use that for the trees. I don't know. Here's a genuine question for you guys, right? With like the axes, because like I don't want to know where they're located and stuff, right? But I get that they break, and I gather that I can probably make them, right? Because like the handle and shit. But is there like something that I'm doing? Maybe she's too low level in carpentry or something like that that's causing them to break so soon? Or is it just like they'll naturally break at about that point, X number of trees or whatever, you know? Because like I sort of don't want to fully destroy the fire axe, and it's like my last big axe as well. So I don't kind of want to go back out. I do want to grab more stuff, but she's like a little bit hungry. I don't know if I put the fire on. Let's scavenge for something to eat in the kitchen. And yes, I do that in my own kitchen. There is lard. We could eat a quarter of lard. Hold on, let's eat a quarter of lard. You can eat some lard and we'll go to bed. I probably need to get her some water. I also don't know what to do with the grass. I guess I can set it on fire. Maybe I can make it into something. Show craft recipes. Okay. I can make dry grass, which makes hay, which makes scarecrow. Or I can make cement. Interesting. It looks like to make cement you need a shit ton of like fresh grass though. That's kind of interesting. Alright, well she's eating some lard. Let's send her off to bed. Bed's over here somewhere. My car's still in a paddock, but it's fine. We'll come back to that later. Maintenance skill determines how long things last. And she's had a nightmare. Alright, hold on. Turn on your little flashlight. Actually, let's go grab a book. Let's go grab a book. And we'll sit in front of the fireplace and we'll read for a little while. So you said maintenance. I'm pretty sure I have a maintenance book. I have an extremely high level maintenance book. That's not going to help me. I might have one in the other one, though. Yeah, give me the carpentry one. We'll use carpentry one for the moment. I'm only giving her a break. Well, she did eat some lard. She did have a nightmare. She's going to sit in front of the fireplace. Oh, I got a small maintenance book. Hold on. Yeah, let's go read that. She should be fine. She ate some lard earlier. Alright. No, put that light back on. Yeah, you level that with repairing weapons and stuff, and breaking weapons and stuff also levels it. Okay, I do have like a few broken weapons around the place that I did keep. I don't want to set that on fire. Hold on, stand closer to that shit. I kept them because I figured they could be repaired, right? But I didn't know how to yet. I figure that's something I'm kind of working up to. I also am not 100% certain where I put them in the house, but they are in the house somewhere. So let's get you to read that for a hot minute and speed that up so that she can calm down. I also don't know if I turned her torch off. Hold on. Unequip that. I don't know. Stand up. Get that unequipped because I know that you'll be wasting that battery otherwise. Oh, that's some nice ambience. Sit your ass down and read your book. Yeah. Alright, she's back to reading. How have I been? I've been good, Snipe. I've been really good. The little holiday I took was really good, and I didn't get, like, super fried from doing the rigging this time, which was good. even though I did like more of it than I have on any of my previous holidays, and I said I wasn't going to do any on this holidays and stuff. I actually had like a good break, and I feel like really good from it. So not from the rigging, I'm just saying like in general from taking a break, I feel like really, really good, which is great. Some more of my coffee before it hits cold. But yeah, I've got more holidays at Christmas coming up, so you guys got me for like another few weeks. And I got shit ton of games planned because we just finished Diablo 2. And I'll start that again. I'll start a new character playthrough in February next year. So yeah, that's a ways away. But it does open up the floor for 2 random game nights per week, which means I'll get to play a shit ton more of my games from now until February. Like RimWorld and Project Zomboid will stay on their days, so Tuesday and Friday. They'll just be consistent throughout it. And then Diablo will come back in February. I'll also have the Billathon and shit in February. I also have my 3rd year streaming anniversary happening next Friday, but I don't have anything planned for it yet. I'm honestly just considering playing Project Zomboid for an extra long stream, just to chill and spend some time with you guys and stuff. Because it's literally just acknowledgement that like I've been streaming for 3 years. So that'd be cool. I'm not really doing anything to particularly celebrate it. What else? So you need stuff to repair things. I don't know how much you want to know. I have like a fuck ton of tools. I'll take you guys downstairs and like you're welcome to like let me know if like I would be able to repair, for instance, like because I have got a bunch of baseball bats that are broken because obviously I spawn in with a baseball bat when I spawn, and I would like to repair them. I know I can repair them with nails and I think duct tape. I think I have duct tape. I used to have about 600 nails in the house, but the game decided that I just can't have nice things. So I don't have 600 nails across my floor anymore. They're somewhere else. Apparently it's too dark to read at 6 a.m, but that's fine. We got partway through the book. So what I'm going to do, I should bring a, I'm going to place this on here. We'll grab that later. I should make like a end table or something for her. And I'll go put the carpentry book back. We'll go grab some water. I haven't decided what I'm doing with the grass yet. Where was this book going? It's going in here. I do want to actually, fuck it. I'm going to put it in here with the stuff too. Can I place... I kind of want to place it without it being open, but this is fine. We'll put those 2 there. They're safely away from stuff. We'll turn this off, put it out, save some fuel. Oh, what's going on here? She's very overloaded. What are you overloaded with? Put the saw back in your thing. I will do most of the sawing in here, I think. Now the grass cuttings. Fuck it, let's put the grass cuttings in here. I don't know if they're going to naturally dry on their own, but we're going to find out. If I come back and these things are gone dry, I'll be happy about that because I'll use them as like lighter fuel stuff. Now, I should have put that in there, but we'll grab a new thing of water in here. I think I have seltzer water in the freezer. Yeah, give me that. All right, let's put the new empty bottle back in the room. I gotta fill these up eventually. I have like 2 or 3 buckets. I know I've got like a fuck ton of pots, but buckets are like, I don't know, they carry like up to 10 liters or something. Now she's cold. You're cold inside the house. I'll show you the tools downstairs. Hold on. Let me go downstairs. I don't know where I put the bats and stuff. Angel is deaf. What are you fucking cackling about? What do you want about, Snipe? Let's see. Weapons. I have a tennis racket I haven't quite used. Now, tools and shit. I have basically like fleshing tool, hacksaw, caliper, spade, file set, welder's mask, welding torch, whetstone. I have another saw, ballpoint hammer, claw hammer, crowbar, metalworking punch, a pipe wrench, ratchet wrench, screwdriver, generic wrench, obviously car shit, tire iron and stuff. Where's my other container? It's over here somewhere. All right, so we've also got the hand drill, I've got like the extra weapony thingy in